Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lights Thunder Action, episode 59. Bees, Loki, and Elesia Marie will be on right after these songs.
Trying to get out the city, born up in the nitty gritty. Gutter boy was treated shitty, running, flying, need no pity. Family life was blowing up, not enough love for my cup. Trying only to look up, even as a baby I knew what's up. Trying to get out the city, born up in the nitty gritty. Gutter boy was treated shitty, running, flying, need no pity. Family life was blowing up, not enough love for my cup. Trying only to look up, even as a baby I knew what's up.
Ran away for college, trying to obtain that knowledge for baby boy Thomas. To know himself is flawless. I was growing up in bondage, Tourettic mind unpolished. Locked it up like a hostage, cause I was constantly admonished by my family, by my friends. I'm the weird kid yet again. Piss me off and I demolish you. Nothing but the honest truth, it will just astonish you. Put you in a lago too. Only keep a couple few people close to me, but ooh, that is for me, not you. But please know that I love you too. Keep you in my heart and mind, and I will always root for you. Succeed and love your life, even get a husband, wife. Just here to make art for the soul, express my strife. But if I find a goddess, then I gotta be honest. I'll give her my entire heart, no need for being modest. All these thoughts driving through this town, it's honestly ironic. When I lifted 18, said I'm never coming back, I promise.
Trying to get out the city, born up in the nitty gritty. Ghetto boy was treated shitty, running, crying, need no pity. Moved on back, I'm stuck here now, hoping things and change with wow. Post-storm leaders made a vow, then lie and steal and stay highbrow. Trying to get out the city, born up in the nitty gritty. Ghetto boy was treated shitty, running, crying, need no pity. Moved on back, I'm stuck here now, hoping things and change with wow. Post-storm leaders made a vow, then lie and steal and stay highbrow.
Panama City, politicians always clown. After Hurricane Michael, they left us all to drown. 5 million stole from FEMA, yeah, they thought they'd get a crown. Good old boy syndrome is the only party in this town. Kick them out of office, tear the entire system down. Charge $500 a month for wires lay up on the fracking ground. No power, no phone, but we're paying for it anyway. Set the rest on fire, profits over people is the way. Burn them all down, take our money back, let them pray. Beat them to the fishes and the sharks up in the bay. Take this fight national, the phonies always stray from doing what the people want, they just look to prey on our fears and feed us lies through propaganda every day. Set us against each other so that we just fray and weaken our defenses. Yes, this is their play, so vote them out of office and please don't forget to spay.
This is Thomas Tyrannic reminding you to please spay and neuter your politicians by voting them out of office and petitioning for term limits in the Senate and Congress. God bless America.
Welcome to the shop for Anonymous. I swear I don't want anything to do with this, I promise. If you hear me screaming from the top, I'm dropping knowledges. Everyone's too far gone for a rookie, so I'm calling this game over for you chumps and grinders. All I know and do, breathing fire like a dragons or repower coming through. Yeah, I'm working 3 jobs so that I can frack in a crew. That money you dummy, I'm finna no honey, can't take that love from me. Going to the future and never coming back. Marty McFly, now more like his dad. Trying to be calm, all this news is just whack. Propaganda flying, so now everybody mad. Empathy is gone, so we all for attack. If you disagree, you just stupid and sad. Use intolerance or must be smoking crack. Ignorance is bliss, y'all, just to die, yeah. 2 sides of the same coin killer. Why we ever stop living up for pillars? Acting like everything in life is be a thriller. We living in a world written by Frank Miller, cause the Dark Knight's return. So now we charge, see our hair is messed up and now we spurn. Then because it pisses us off and now we burn their careers and lives to the ground, cause we yearn to be in their position so that we earn millions and millions and millions. But then we turn into the very thing we hate. Now we revert and we refer to the lines that we rehearse. Spread love and forgiveness only to sink deeper. Distract myself from the world. Water, earth, fire, air, swirl. Bend it to your will, then hurl. Flying buffalo, why don't you give it a whirl? Grab a saber, then just twirl. Force cut a pair, give her a pearl. Power unleashes a churl. Join the dark side, let everyone furl. Yes, it's time I get back to work. Captain of my own enterprise, call me Kirk. Anger and depression always seem to lurk around every corner, so I write, it's just a perk. Everybody moved up, cause we screwed up. Living in a country where we shoot up. Anybody disagree, just to move up the food chain where you grew up. Otherwise they beat you down cause you used up. Time to boot up, knew my set program, think you knew us. But you shoo us, you only care about us to subdue us. Just to screw us, living in a country full of Judas. Stab you in the back, you say you're Brutus. Calling Lucius, bringing out the dark night. Now we tuned up, time to scoop up any positivity. While the masses all are clueless, they can only catch the speed, miss the new ones. Opportunists, leave him naked in the ground, talking ruthless. I am ruthless, visions full of kids, grown ghoulish, broken ruthless, spitting problems like Confucius. Call me Tommy, to Red Echo, no shit, Thomas. Who's this?
Who this? Who this? Who this? Who this?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Welcome to LightsThunderAction, episode 59, where every week two Thunder buddies discuss all things Marvel, Star Wars, DC, and the latest happenings in the entertainment industry. I am Thomas Carter Rochester.
And I'm David Thompson. And today we are joined by the upcoming film ZOMBEEZ writer, producer, director, and star, Elesia Marie. She'll be joining us in just one moment.
Should have had flourish ready.
Huh?
Should have had the flourish ready.
She'll be joining us in just 1 second. Later on in the show, after we speak to Elesia, we will also be talking about the news of the week. So look forward to that. But before all of that, Thomas, what do you got for me?
Well, as you know, every week we are live streaming directly into your homes and phones via Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. We are a part of the HWWSWebTV channel on YouTube and Facebook and the Twitter sphere and the Twitch. On your screen now, you can see, for the visual audience, not the audio folks, you can see all of our direct LTA, there it is, streaming sites. And these are just some of them because we're everywhere now. We go to 7 places at once, like the 7 C's of the internet. That's right. I'm coining something stupid. Why not? It's early. But if you don't want to look at our ugly mugs and you love hearing our beautiful voices, David, where can they find our audio podcast?
Yeah, so you guys can subscribe, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and our hosting site Spreaker, among with a lot of other places you can find the audio podcast. So wherever you listen to them, you should be able to find Lights Thunder Action. There was a transition between threads or feeds, I should say, maybe a month ago or so. Look for our new logo, which you should see, up there. Yeah, there you go. Better point. By the one and only Tom Drew. Go check it out. Please subscribe. Give us a rating or a review if you really appreciate it. And hey, if you can't catch us live, don't want to look at our ugly mugs, going for a run in your car, check out our audio podcast. It is our full catalog of interviews like one we're doing today, and everything else, all of our live shows. So Thomas, how you doing today?
I'm good, David. What day is it? It's Tuesday. See, I knew what yesterday was. I knew yesterday was a Monday. I don't know how. I'm good, man. Just working.
Yeah.
another day of work,
We gotta set our new calendar clock to Wednesdays, which are Loki Day. So now it's all right. Tomorrow's Loki, so it's Tuesday, and then Hump Day has taken on a whole new form with Loki coming out on Wednesdays now.
We have to stay on brand, man. It's Loki's Day or Loki's Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
The new Friday.
The new Friday.
Thomas, have you been watching anything of note lately in the last few days?
You know what? No, I've been working. David, I've been watching Rebels. Why haven't you watched this yet? I don't understand. We're not going to start. It's okay. I have reinforcements coming in a few weeks.
Oh no.
Kenobi. I'm good. I also, because of Liam, King of the Hill, to Die on Crowley, I just watched 90% of Thor the Dark World because I was like, do I want to watch Thor the Dark World right now? Why? So I did. Listen, I turned it off because we ran out of time before the show. If it were Ragnarok, I don't think that would have happened.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, however, this movie is hilarious still. Thor the Dark World is so funny.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. And I am surprised by that. If you want to go to my Twitter real quick, that is TCRochesterACT on the Twitter. You can find a quick 30-second video of, Eric Selvig's debut in the film when he's running around Stonehenge naked. And I'm like, that is so Taika Waititi, and yet he was nowhere near the project at the time. So it's like a beautiful bridge. So yeah, those are the things that I've been watching. I've been listening to all the stuff, all the podcasts. David, what about you? What you been up to?
Nothing much. Doing well. Happy to be here. Happy we're doing 2 shows this week. Super exciting. Happy Loki's tomorrow. So I did start this new anime show called Death Note. It came out in like 2006, I believe. It is excellent. I'm like 10 episodes in. It's only like 37 episodes. It's on Netflix, guys. Even if you don't watch anime, I've never even seen an anime show. It's really, really great. I absolutely love it. The concept's so cool. Anyway, I'm loving that on Netflix. And one thing I'm going to be watching is later tonight, me and my girlfriend have decided we're going to watch Avengers to kind of get back into the flow and the mindset of that 2012 Loki. And then at the end of Avengers, stop it when they have that superhero shot of them all staring at Loki. And he's like, I think I'll have that drink right now. Pause it, jump to Endgame, hit play during that scene, and then see him go through that sequence and poof away. And then boom, we're set up for tomorrow. So I'm doing great. Got Loki going tomorrow. And I'm going to be fully set up, back in the mind of Loki, refreshed and know where we're at. And I'm super excited to be here and get to our guest.
Yeah. David, we were already hinting at it. Let's just do it now. We might as well.
Yes.
I hit the button. We have so many shows planned right now, and more that we couldn't fit onto one graphic because, like I said, I've been working today. I've been a working man trying to pay bills and Anyways, I'm done with that character bit. We obviously, today is now June 8th, and it is past 6/5 p.m. depending on where you're living in the world, or I guess different times. We have Elesia Marie on today. We are talking Zombies, the movie. You've heard me talk about it for like ages. So if you don't know, if you're not in the know, you're going to learn about all the buzz tonight on Thursday, which is important to know that the sequel is always better than the first one, with Loki's Day being first and then Thor's Day after. You're welcome. We have Richard Nebbins joining us for Loki Special number 1. On Monday, we will announce this guest later on this evening. Because it has become official. We will have another guest Monday, June 14th. It looks like at that time will be at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:30 Eastern. And then next Thursday, we will be joined by Julia Del Bell for Loki Special number 2. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. I've done this 3 times today. I'm working in 4 weeks on 3 time zones, and my head hurts. In case you're wondering, ladies and gents, Richard Nebbins and Julia Delbell know David, obviously, from the direct. They both, I believe, write for the Illuminati as well. And then Julia works for like a bunch of other places as well. So that's exciting. That was Plug City for ourselves. So now we got to plug some other people so we can pay our bills. We will be right back.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night, and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live, and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room. We played from the bathroom. Thankfully, that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night, we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you, the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Hello, I'm J Bauer Art has the graphic design skills you need to develop your next logo and at an affordable price. But he's not just a one-trick pony. Follow J Bauer Art on social media to interact during live paintings and see all of his previous artwork, which you can buy exclusively at jbauerartshop.com. Not only is he an artist, this beautiful son of a blue brings you the Back Talk with Bauer podcast every week with unique guests. And every month he hosts a special Back Talk with Friends episode that can only be described as chaotic and hilarious. Need a video intro or commercial? J Bauer Art has you covered. For all of this and more, follow J Bauer Art on social media. That's JBAUERART. Check out jbauerart.com for a full portfolio and jbauerartshop.com to buy that special painting for you and your loved ones. A small town corner has to team up with her ex-fiancé to save her town from a swarm of mutant honeybees. There's action, drama, humor, maybe even a flamethrower or two. There's definitely a ton of bad bee puns and a very unlikely "who I'm wearing hero, dude." This classic sci-fi feature Cheese Fest, written and directed by Elesia Marie and starring local talent from the Emerald Coast, invites you to join our journey from conception to reception by visiting Linktr.com/zombies the movie. Linktree.com. Wait, why am I doing this? Why don't we just bring in like the bee's knees, like the mayor, the writer, the director? David, you're the man. You're the plug man right now. This is your territory. We're entering David's world.
Oh boy. Let's bring her in. Writer, director, producer, and star of the upcoming film ZOMBEEZ, Elesia Marie. Everyone, round of applause in the chat. Elesia, how you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourselves?
Doing good. Happy to be here. Happy to have you. Hey, I'll tell you, every week I've heard about ZOMBEEZ for I don't even know how long because Thomas just plugs it, and I can't wait to finally see it. I heard you guys finally wrapped filming recently. I've got a slew of questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
But I guess the first one is, how's Thomas on set? I want to know.
Oh my gosh, he is absolutely hilarious. I mean, and the thing is, he kind of warned me before. He's like, I may do a little improv, I may go a little off script, and I'm like, hey, now let's not go too far off script because you know these words are precious to me. But he killed it. I mean, I think there were so many times I was really just trying to keep a straight face because he was just. He's hilarious, and but yeah, he did a really amazing job. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see the finished product just to see him and some of the other characters interacting. So
yeah, very cool. I can't wait either. Just kind of backing it up a little bit. I really just wanted to know because obviously I've heard Thomas read off the description, kind of the synopsis, and I'm just like, the first time hearing it, I'm just like, what the hell is this? But it's a good thing. I've told some of my friends about it because I was, talking to my podcast tonight, and they're like, "Oh, interesting." Because I'm like, it's called ZOMBEEZ, and they're like looking at me like, I'm like bees, like honeybees. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. So I just kind of wanted to ask, like, where the idea come from, maybe a little bit about like your experience with filmmaking, I guess, and how this all kind of came to be to where you're, producing and filming and going to be editing soon or probably right now this movie.
Well, I will say filmmaking was not where I saw my life going at all. This is just, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a fluke. It just kind of happened. I'm an actress, so that's kind of where I was headed. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, hey, I got some time.
Right.
Let's write a script, you know? And I actually got the idea from the script. My husband and I were sitting at the table one morning, and one of his coworkers has a honey farm. He was talking to me about crystallized honey, and I was like, And then he's like, but his hives almost died because they had some sort of parasite infestation where these flies or mites or something attacked the bees, and they turned them into like zombie bees, and they fly around at night because apparently bees don't fly at night, but they fly around at night. They bump into stuff. They become deformed. And I was like zombie bees? Like zombies?
Yeah.
Idea. How is this not a thing already? This is like perfect for Sci-Fi Channel. Zombies.
Yeah.
It pretty much just writes itself, but for some reason nobody had. So I was just like,
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
How long ago was that now?
Oh, that was, so I got the idea, or we had this conversation in January of last year. I don't think I actually started writing it. Actually, no. I went to church that day, and I was getting, I'm going to say it's maybe notes from God instead of actually listening to the preacher, because I got a lot of formulations in my head.
Yeah.
during service.
It happens.
Yeah. I say I started writing it in March during when it shut down. I was visiting my family in California. And since we had nowhere to go, nothing to do, I just sat there and I just writing. I finished it in June 5th of last year. So it's been a year since I finished it. We wrapped on the, help me out, Thomas. When did
Friday.
Friday. So pretty much a year from the finish of the script to the wrap of the film. It's been an entire year.
Yeah.
Exactly 1 day short of a year.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy, like a whirlwind.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, it's a stupid question, but how do you make a movie? I guess is the simplest way. Like, because I mean, you know, we've talked about, like, you know, you guys are trying to, you know, raise money for it, and then you have to go and film and get and coordinate with all these people. Like, you know, I heard Thomas kind of like behind the scenes of like when he went in to shoot and things like that, and how he's, you know, there for it's a big time job, you know, hours and hours and hours. And I guess also with COVID, that's a whole other issue and kind of like situation that's not like everyone can be all over each other, you know, too. So I guess kind of like walk us through how you got it going. How'd you find your cast, budget? Like, I kind of want to know everything.
Yeah, I got nothing for you. I still don't even know how it happened to this day, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So when I got back, I was like, well, let's see, you know, talk to a couple of people about, you know, how I should get this started. I think I, you know, spoke to a couple of people that I'd seen doing short films, and I ended up talking to Nick Smith, who's a local producer here in the Northwest Florida area. A lot of the short films are things that he does. And so I reached out and I was like, hey, I got this feature film here, you know. He's like, sure, let me read it. And then like the next day he was like, let's do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, what are you thinking? Like next year? He's like, no, let's do it now. And I was like, as in like this very time period.
You're right.
In this universe right now. So I was like, okay. So I started reaching out to actors. Actually, while I was writing it, I had a couple of very specific people in mind for a couple of the lead roles. Teens Blackburn, I wrote the role of the sheriff specifically for her, and she absolutely nailed it. Just absolutely blew it away. There were a couple of actors that I had seen their stuff, and I was like, oh, I think they'd be really great. So my main and supporting cast, I pretty much knew who I wanted to do it, and they were really quick to accept. And then I saw Thomas, you're always gonna be Kyle to me from now on. Sorry, Thomas. Kyle is his name in the movie. He did Toilet Paper Jesus for the short film, and I was like, that guy right there, I bet you he would be great.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah, he is, and that is exactly what I needed. So once we got the main cast, and you're right, the hardest part I'm gonna say were locations and COVID. just because of COVID, you know, people weren't wanting to come off locations. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the main scenes happens in a school. And I was speaking to Gail Morgan, who's the Okaloosa film commissioner. She's like, I don't see it happening because of COVID and all this stuff. And it was tough. But we got it, you know, we ended up with all the locations. We were intending on going SAG, you know, but again, the COVID made it, with their scheduling, it was going to cost about 12 to 15 grand just for COVID testing, Whoa. That was our budget.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd like to pay some people because, you know, we were not a feature film that was going to be shooting just on the weekends. We were shooting every day for 2 weeks. 16 days of shooting straight through. No weekends only. So people are going to have to take off work. And I'm like, I'm going to pay people because they have to take off work. And, you know, people got bills to pay.
Right.
So definitely I will say that the hardest part was finding locations. We had a couple locations fall through, like literally the day before we were supposed to shoot there. And, but it worked out but how to make a film, I still don't know. Still trying to figure that out myself. It is a lot of work. I'm not sure what sleep is at this point in my life. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Maybe. Yeah.
So you kind of had your hand in every little corner of this project. This is yours, right? You star in it, correct? Yeah. So I mean, like, were there any challenges or any things that you faced where was collaborating hard on this project because of that, or did you find it great to hear, oh, these ideas you've been having for months finally be able to bounce off people with it and see it come to life, like these different characters? You know, how the actors get in there and see these characters actually like in fruition. Like, did you learn anything along that way?
Hard-hitting question, David.
I don't think that was on the list, Thomas. I'm pretty sure that wasn't on the list.
That was not on the list. I'm listening.
I went to journalism school. I kind of like to freelance a little bit.
Okay.
That's why we work. So we just go off script. Fair. Sorry. I forget he does that.
Thanks for the warning.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say that the collaboration between the script and the actors was just really there. Literally everybody I cast for the role kind of just embodied the role itself. And it was just I'm gonna say I really didn't feel like a director because I really didn't say, hey, in this next scene, I need you to give me a little this, that. It was like they were just like, oh, we read the script. I know what you want. Bam, 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 bam. And I was just like, so what am I here for? Oh, right, cut. let's do it again. So I will say that for my first time ever doing any of this stuff, and it's funny because I was speaking to Kevin Moldovar, who's one of the local cinematographers here, and he was like, whatever you do not write, direct, and produce the film by yourself because you will go crazy. And I was like, okay. And then I ended up directing and producing and location scouting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, there that is. But I had a really great team. I mean, like Nick Smith was amazing. I had 2 actors that I made associate producers because they just went so hard in the paint for this film, Shannon Williams and Darrell Bennett. They were just, I mean, like the whole cast and crew just came together, and it was like they were as passionate about it as I was, probably at some points even more than I was.
Yeah.
But they were so excited about it, and they did everything. I had, actors as crew. I had crew doing background, and I had, crew just doing everything that they could do. And then even people in the community started getting involved and helping out, or just like so passionate about helping us about it. And it was really great. So for my first time out, it was stressful. It is stressful, but it was great stressful.
Cool.
So
all right, so
there is nothing there. Yeah, I'm the fucking worst. What can I say?
I was like, stick to your script, man.
Sidebar. We broke the rules of improv.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was so late and we were so tired and we were just set in our quick mind of like, we're gonna do what I want to do, and just like, yeah. And we went back and forth, and then it worked out so well that they made us go back and refilm the master. And it's like, I'm so sorry for making us do more work, guys. I'm so sorry. It's already late.
So one of the rules of improv is you always say yes and when somebody gives you something. If someone says, oh, blah, 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 you're supposed to say yes and. And I said something, and Thomas said, nuh-uh. And I was like, excuse me? First of all, you're supposed to say yes. But we just kind of went down this whole road that was not even in the script, nowhere near the script, and it worked. But yeah, it was just kind of like, we were so tired. It was like probably 11 o'clock at night, and yeah.
Which was like hour 17. something crazy like that of the day. I think that was like the first day on that location, and I left the house at like 6 or no, I had to be there at 10, so I left at 8, but I woke up at 6. So by 11, I'm not even sure what's happening in my body.
So, yeah, for sure. It was like, yeah.
Elesia, so the filming is completely wrapped now, right?
Yes.
So how long did it take to film?
It was a 16-day shoot. We did a block of 7 days, then we took a week break, and then we shot for 9 days. Not 9 days straight. There were some days off in between, but it was like 7 and 9. So we did it in 16 days. We shot a feature film.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes.
So it's all wrapped, and now is the time to get editing? Like, what's the next step?
It is time for the editing to happen. We're going to be editing it. Nick Smith is already kind of like putting these things he calls proxies together. I have no idea what that means, but I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm waiting to get my computer in, and so I can, get the software and stuff. So we're going to be like working on it together. So hopefully it'll go a lot faster than just one person doing it.
Right. And so is there any idea of where then the release date may be, or how we're going to just talking to the audience, like how are people going to be able to watch this when it does come out?
This is an excellent question, sir. So obviously we're going to try to get distribution. I would absolutely be over the moon if Sci-Fi Channel picked it up. Sci-Fi Channel, if you're out there listening, I got a movie for you.
Oh, we know they are.
Where I know he's looking at some distribution companies right now. Hopefully we can, if anything, if push comes to shove and nobody's, picking it up or whatever, there's always Amazon Prime. They're very like anybody can put their films on there.
Right.
So there will at least be Amazon Prime. So we're gonna do a premiere for it. It'd be cool if it could get picked up by some local theaters here in the area or whatever, but we'll definitely have a premiere for it, and it will, at the very least be on a streaming platform. I don't know which one, but you'll be able to watch it.
People can go out and buy it with ease and check it out.
Yes,
how long do you expect it's going to be?
I would like for it to be done by September. However, Amara, there is so much else that has to be done once we edit it. There's the color correcting and the sound mixing, and of course, you gotta have zombies. And we weren't able to find these in the wild, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to CGI those suckers in. So we are looking for a CGI person. If you know anybody who does CGI, like Sci-Fi Channel CGI stuff, like swarms of zombies and fire and all that kind of stuff, let me know, because we need a CGI artist, whatever you call them, VFX, all that kind of stuff. So
so
September
sometime
is my
hopefully
goal.
this year.
Yes, this year for sure. I would like September, but we'll see.
Very cool. Thomas, do you have anything? I think we also have some questions in the chat if you want to throw those up.
We do have some questions in the chat.
Questions.
Let me scroll back. This comes from Darrell Bennett. One tidbit, no big deal. Elesia, who would you want to play yourself in a movie about you?
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know. That's a what? Oh, that's a hard question. I don't know.
We've
I
been
have
asked that
absolutely no
question.
idea.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, all the actors that I would want to play me are like twice my height, so I don't know if that would work very well.
No, that's perfect. What are you talking about?
I
You
think
rewrite
maybe like
history.
Zendaya. I love her.
I
Sure.
support that.
Yeah. I mean, she'd have to like be on her knees the whole time, but you know.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Renee,
we'll go with her.
Renee Luke Jordan
Kerry
says Kerry Washington.
Oh, she's an amazing actress. Yeah, I never thought about that.
It's a hard question.
Yeah, it really is. It really is a hard question. Thanks, Darrell Bennett, whoever you are, sir.
This one comes from Honor Knudsen. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Knudsen.
Knudsen. It's Norwegian.
Honor Knudsen.
Knudsen.
I tried. Knudsen, man. Like, let me get Kyle on there. You know what I'm saying? Will there be a Zombies bequel?
Well, I wasn't planning on it, but so many people have been asking me about it. I feel like now it's kind of like a must. And so people have been throwing some ideas at me. So it's definitely a possibility.
I'm just saying, hipster Kyle. It's the next evolution, man. He's a little bit late to all the parties. This comes from Willow Schuyler of HWWS and WebTV and Willow's Pillow Talk. Do you prefer CGI rather than practical makeup and set building effects?
Oh, that's a good question. To be honest, this is my first time, so I really can't compare the two. I think we had our makeup artist. We just hired her to do makeup. Her name is Shani St. Pierre. She's absolutely amazing at pretty much. She ended up doing set decks. She did a practical zombie for us. She did a beehive. She did all of this stuff that I thought we were just going to be CGIing. And so it was really awesome, I think, to have the practicality. She did do our, special effects makeup. She ended up doing that, and it looked absolutely amazing. It looked great. So I think for makeup and stuff, I definitely prefer practical makeup and set dressing because it's so much easier to be able to interact with that. But again, like I said, finding wild zombies is kind of
it's tough.
Kind of tough. Yeah, sometimes you just got to throw the VFX in there. But I think they both have their place. So.
Okay.
Maybe.
I was scrolling for more questions, and I didn't see any. So here we are.
All right.
David, do you have anything else?
No, I got no more curveballs.
Okay.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Shannon Williams in the comments says Elesia Marie is the queen bee of zombies, and I just love that nobody realizes how much they're rhyming in a nice frequency. So cool. Downloads from God. Yes. I didn't do that voice well at all. The best cast and crew ever.
They really were. They were absolutely amazing. Amazing.
Ooh, nice.
3 Z's. Yeah.
Yes. Elesia Marie is definitely a queen. Incredible job. Absolutely amazing set. The energy was awesome. Elesia doesn't just star in it. She set the bar every take. That's coming from Papa Shans.
He played my daddy.
A nickname. He played Papa Johnson.
Papa Earl.
Papa Earl. I couldn't remember his first name. I knew last names. Where are we at? They keep blowing up. Great interview. Oh, my favorite sci-fi movie of all time. Damn. So good that it's his favorite.
Hey, I mean,
hey, listen, that is support. That's support.
It's probably the only one he's ever gonna watch, to be honest. That's my dad. So.
Come on, sci-fi.
That's the dad. Hey, Dad.
That's my dad.
That's his.
That's
dad.
my pops.
That's her dad. That's Pops. before we let you go, as I wanted to just say thank you for having me and, writing a dumbass role for a dumbass person to play dumbassively. I'm not always good with words when it comes to emotions, when it comes to expressing my love to people. Words don't words don't do justice. Yes, I had to write a script. Whether they're a friend, a lover, a spouse, or family. So Elesia, I appreciate you so much. And as you can see from the comments, I'm not the only one, and I'm sorry for this curveball.
Just Elesia Marie. Well, what is there to say? So much to say. So, first off, I want to say thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of your vision. And secondly, I want to say thank you for your hard work. You could have been the script writer and the lead actress, but you chose to be the executive producer and the director. And I think you did a hell of a job. You did a great job. And it's hard managing so many people, but you did it. Getting there first, staying late, doing call sheets with Nick. Just thank you so much for your hard work and your dedication to this vision and inviting us to be a part of it. And I want to say, as always, I didn't hate it. Keep being amazing, and I'm sure we'll all see you soon. Thank you.
Oh.
Hey, this is Eric Mitchell. I want to say thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. I know you guys have told me several times how much I was a help for you guys, but truthfully, you guys were a bigger help to me. There's nothing more rejuvenating than watching a group of young people passionate about a project. And that was really a joy to watch and to be a part of. So thank you guys for that.
Hey Elesia, it's Michelle, aka Grace. I was so honored and thrilled to be a part of ZOMBEEZ Proof of Concept, and it's super exciting to see that the film is wrapped, and I can't wait to see the entire thing. Thank you for being an amazing female screenwriter, director, actress, all the things, and for letting me be a part of it too. Mwah.
Hello, congratulations on finishing your first feature film. Greetings from Virginia. That's what I'm doing. So, as one director to another, my advice is that the first rough cut is going to be the worst thing you've ever seen, and it will make you regret your life decisions, but power through it. It will get better. And once you start adding music, things will magically fall into place. So good luck. I wish the best. I wish the best. Wish the best. And can't wait to see it. Thank you for letting me be a part of your movie.
Hey, Elesia Marie, it's former Eddie here. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come out and play with you guys. Congratulations on the completion of shooting for ZOMBEEZ. You were just the bomb, my dear. And good luck with the rest of the movie. And I will see you on set soon.
Hey, Elesia. First off, I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to be a part of ZOMBEEZ.
Again.
From the moment I read the script, I knew you had something really special. It was an absolute delight to watch you act and to watch the other actors bring their A game. And you've made Northwest Florida really proud, and we are proud of you.
Greetings, it's Tilden here. And I just wanted to stop in and say thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of your groundbreaking film. Yes! Keep up the good work, keep pushing, keep being successful. I'm in your corner whenever you need me. Keep going. Congrats again.
Elesia, congratulations on your directorial debut. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. Thank you. And the fun's over. It's time to get this baby out to the masses. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, Elesia. Oh my God. It's already been a couple days. It's so crazy. I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the creative freedom that you gave me on this project and trusting me to take part in bringing your vision to life. It was so much fun to watch it all come together, and I had such a great time. And I just think you're going to do such amazing things as you go on in your career. And I'm so happy to have been a part of your first film. So keep kicking ass. I'm proud of you. You're killing it. And I can't wait to see this when it's all done. Love you, girl.
Hello there. Hey, girl. Hey. It's your girl, KPZ here. First, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of your baby. Thank you for asking me. I feel honored and privileged to be a part of such an amazing film. I just want to say keep going. Keep doing your thing because you are an inspiration to all of us here in the Northwest Florida area. And you doing it. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful and honored to be able to call you a friend. So here's to many more in the future. And let's go. Let's keep working. Let's get it. Bees out.
Praise God. Congratulations, Elesia, for completing your feature film, Zombies, the movie, There Will Be Blood. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of that magic in this special occasion at a greater capacity that I actually intended and that I tried out for. It will be great. It will be great. It is great. I speak over your life that you will be better than you actually thought you will. I would continue, but I got a sermon to finish.
Wow.
I tried to end it on a positive note because I knew that you would get all misty-eyed, and I was like, well, at least I'll make her laugh along the way.
Wow. There was another curveball you guys didn't tell me about, so thank you for that, by the way. That was...
You can blame Thomas for that one.
I will definitely blame Thomas for that one, 100%. Wow.
Come on, Pastor. Says
That would be my mom.
Yes, I figured. You mean the mayor?
The Mayor Beatrice Honeycutt.
Yes, in case you're wondering, she's the mayor of Bee's Knees.
Yes, she is.
So far, only in photo form.
Yes.
Wait until the bequel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, thank you guys for that. I was not prepared for that. Emotional jump for there.
Virtual hugs.
Guys. Wow.
Well, there's no fun way out of that other than Elesia. Where can everyone find Zombies the movie, social media, your social media, and where can they show you their love by funding the post-production side of everything?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We are on Facebook, Zombies the Movie. We are on Instagram, Zombies the Movie. We have a GoFundMe, Zombies the Movie. We also have an IMDb page. You can Cash App us at $ Zombies the Movie. You can Venmo me at Purple Hair Productions. PayPal, purplehairproductions2020@gmail.com. Oh yeah, the GoFundMe. We also have a YouTube channel. I'm also on Facebook, Elesia Marie. Yeah, I think that's it. We don't have the Twitter because I'm not that cool to have a Twitter page for that. So unfortunately, we're just stuck with the Facebook and the Instagram right now. So
yeah, and if you were confused and there was a lot of links thrown at you, just go to Linktr.com/Zombies
the movie.
It's Zombies the Movie everywhere. Makes it nice and easy, unlike all of my other social media. Elesia, thank you so much for coming on. When it premieres, we'll have you back.
Yes.
Thank
absolutely.
you. I appreciate you guys having me. This has been a blast. Curveballs aside, I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. I know Thomas already knew you, but it was great talking to you, and I wish you the best with the editing process.
Thank you. Sounds like I'm gonna need it. So all right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.
And that was Elesia Marie from Zombies the Movie. David.
Yes.
That was an interview, man.
That was an interview. First one in a while.
So long. First one since Bill Sadler. President.
Oh, you're
Ellis,
right.
President Ellis himself. What a guy! I know him. He's got a great beard.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. I didn't know she was prepped with the questions, so I figured I could just say whatever I want.
No, I planned. You know, I thought we were some, you know, a little bit. I was like, hey, we gotta. Yeah.
If I hadn't had to rein it back, I would have been just kept throwing them at.
Oh yeah, yeah. I prepped. You know, it's always a little easier when you go in, and I knew that she likes to prep, so I figured it'd make it a lot easier on our guest. You know,
writer, producer, director. She definitely sounds like someone that would have to prep.
Hey man, it takes time to become all those things. You got to prep to be those things. We will take a genuine ad break. It'll be short, and then when we come back, it'll be what the news. I spoiled it. It's everyone's favorite segment, is what I meant to say. But you know, we got there. We got there.
Welcome, Glasscock Park, to this glorious day.
Today is your lucky day. We got some great stuff. This is Glasscock Park.
Marvelous.
Thank you.
Come on, let's go. I don't have all day, people.
Now, it's time.
Tell your friends, huh?
Now it's time for this beautiful journalist to my right to enlighten us with the new information from across the multiverse. David Thompson works for the direct.com and the disinsider.com. You see him here every week, and that's why it's everyone's favorite segment.
What the news?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what the news this week? Starting off with a pretty big rumor report from the Illuminati. Apparently
Namor casting rumor. Are we hype? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I know you love your
I love doing the stupid voice.
So yeah, apparently Namor has been cast. I'm not sure how you say his name exactly, but is it Tenoch Huerta? We don't know.
Huerta is definitely
Mr. Huerta. He was in Narcos Mexico as like the brother Rafa. Did you ever watch that show, Thomas?
I didn't get to it.
Okay, yeah. No big deal. I've seen it, and he's actually really good in it. He's kind of like the aloof brother that kind of like he's really into like weed and stuff, and it's kind of like some things kind of go wrong under his like hand, and I could actually see him being a villain. I am surprised by this report. And I'm going to read exactly what Illuminati reported in 1 second, but just because I thought for Namor, you'd think, I mean, that's a huge character in Marvel, especially when we haven't been to the ocean or explored there at all pretty much so far in the MCU. And for it to be this actor is surprising. I think some people were maybe expecting a bigger name. And the fact that earlier reported, all right, I'm going to read it right now. Straight from the Illuminati. Fandom Wire previously reported that Black Panther 2 would include a conflict between Wakanda and Atlantis, which has led to speculation from fans. It was also reported that Narcos Mexico star Mr. Huerta had joined the cast as an unknown villain. After some intense digging, the Illuminati has learned from our sources. Huerta will be playing none other than Namor the Submariner. And I mean, so we knew that he was reportedly going to be in the movie as a villain, but now after months, it's like, okay, but he's actually going to be Namor.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Thomas? Like, what do you think of the casting and that the possibility, obviously it's not confirmed, but the Illuminati has been known to be pretty reliable here. So what do you think?
I didn't know the name of the guy. He looks familiar, so I'm sure I've seen him in something. I was like, okay, interesting. Like, that's an interesting choice that they went with. But then I'm like, but to me, I care more about the personality. And I was looking through some of the pictures that they were posting. I'm like, I don't know, I don't see it. And then this picture below I found, and I was like, oh, now I see it. Yes.
Yeah.
Like that exact picture where he's just like, oh, look at me. I'm just no big deal. It's not a thing.
Yeah, I actually really like his character. He's really funny in Narcos Mexico as like kind of like the drug doing kind of like idiot of the group when everyone's super like locked in. They have to do everything so precisely, to like move the drugs around and stuff.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a wild card in some ways. It's like a part of the family. So he's actually, I believe he's the one that actually like knows, because it's like the beginning of the show. It's about like them selling and moving marijuana. And he was the one that like was able to grow it well and like figured out how to make it good or whatever. And so it's kind of like he was, inherently a part of it, but then he kind of like has this wild side. And I think he could play a really good Namor. Like I'm surprised by the casting if it does get confirmed, but I think he could do a good job. When I realized who it was and where I knew him from, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not sure if this is going to lead to an Atlantis Namor solo movie. That'd be surprising to me. But the fact that this is possibly going to be a part of Wakanda forever, which also in a way is still kind of surprising to me, just because after the passing of Chadwick Boseman, I feel like I've been lost as to where this movie is going to be heading. But yeah.
Same. Interesting that you don't think it'll lead to a Namor solo.
I don't know.
Or projects or either.
I mean, it might. You would think opening up the Marvel world to Atlantis and all of this, that it would lead to something, and it probably will. I guess I'm just surprised by the acting where, I mean, I think I've only seen him in Narcos Mexico. I mean, he's a side character, right? Diego Luna is in that show, and he's like the main guy. And Diego Luna, he's got those acting chops, bro. Like, that dude can act. And I'm not saying he can't, but in that show, he
sounds like you're saying he can't.
Sounds like I'm saying that in that show, he wasn't able to spread his wings very much compared to like a main character would. He has a role. He plays that role really well, but I don't know if he could carry a movie, is my point. But honestly, I've seen him in that one role, so I'm not quick to judge. And I actually really liked him in that show. So I'm kind of excited, because I think he could do really well. And I'm just excited, bottom line, I'm excited to see what keeps coming out of this Wakanda Forever Black Panther 2 movie, and the direction they head with it. If it is this Atlantis versus Wakanda, battle, that sounds really exciting. That sounds an opening up this whole new world. I mean, it's like one hidden world that's now in the open, discovering a new hidden world. And I think just going into the ocean, similar to like Aquaman or anything in DC for the MCU, I'd love to see how that looked in comparison to like how it looks in DC films. And just, I mean, like it just opens up so much more potential to what kind of heroes and what kind of battles could open up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So all that said, it's exciting overall, and I'm curious to see if this acting rumor does hold and does become official sometime soon, maybe Comic-Con or whatever, or whenever Marvel's next announcements would be.
Who the hell knows? But weekend box office report. David, who won the weekend?
So Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It won the weekend. I would never see this movie because I don't like scary movies. I loved Quiet Place, but I don't do the dolls and the demons and stuff like that. I can't handle that crap. So Devil Made Me Do It came out. It made $24 million domestically. Pretty good. I mean, that's just kind of showing that I mean, for a Conjuring movie like that, that's a pretty decent number. I think it was actually tracking lower than that, so it did pretty well. In my opinion, kind of some of the bigger news of the weekend was A Quiet Place 2. Brought in another $19.5 million domestically. It is now over $88 million domestically and up to over $138 million internationally. So Quiet Place 2 is doing great for itself. Cruella brought in another $11.2 million this weekend, up to over $43 million domestically and about $87 million worldwide for Cruella. Factor in with that movie, it's also on Disney Plus for Premier Access. So this isn't all of, you can't base how many people are watching it just off the box office numbers, like say you normally would. And I think I love this next number. F9 has now passed. It's opened overseas in a lot of places, including China. has passed over $250 million overseas, including $203 million just in China. Of course, F9, the Fast and Furious 9 opens June 25th here in the States. So we'll see how that does. That's another movie that has, similar to Quiet Place 2, has no streaming service paired with it on day and date. So I'm excited to see how those numbers do on June 25th. I'll be there June 24th. Already bought my tickets. Me and my buddy Kevin, I don't know if he's watching right now, but we already got our tickets. We're fired up. We love Fast and Furious. But Thomas, I threw all that good box office stuff at you. What are your thoughts on this? Big yawn. He's bored.
Big yawn. Apologies. I'm just okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the box office. That's cool. We have bigger news that comes out of the box office anyway, so we should just jump right into it. The Quiet Place is now. Oh, I'm sorry. A Quiet Place is now a trilogy. David, how long will it go?
As long as it keeps making money, I think it's a short answer. But the thing is with this guy, so Deadline reports that A Quiet Place 3 is in the works, and I say it's sort of in the works. So here are the details, reading straight from Deadline. Paramount has just put an untitled A Quiet Place movie on the calendar for March 31st, 2023, so a little less than 2 years from now. This is the one that Jeff Nichols is writing and directing, and which Deadline first told you about. It's not a threequel, so it's not a continuation, but rather based on an idea that John Krasinski had. So this is kind of, it's pinned as A Quiet Place 3, but it's not going to be a part 3. It's going to be A Quiet Place spin-off, I believe, where it's got a new director, new writer. It's not Krasinski, but it's based off an idea he had. I think this is fascinating because in interviews recently or at least interviews that have come out recently for A Quiet Place 2, he said he never even wanted to do a sequel, and that he was writing up like an outline for like the next creator because the movie did well, so Paramount was going to create a sequel with or without him.
Yeah.
And he was, I don't know if I really want to. He writes out a description, like an outline of like what the movie should do. And once he was writing, he's like, I'm directing this movie, aren't I? And then he brought back in and made A Quiet Place 2, which in my opinion is better than the first, and I absolutely love. So to me, this, I could see where they would want to maybe branch out the world, because it's such an interesting concept, especially in the second movie. You get a bit more background on what's kind of more happening, I guess, and how it happened, I guess, more so.
Yeah.
But it not being Krasinski, I think his magic touch with this world has been unprecedented. Like the stuff he does in part 2 is just amazing to me. Nothing against Jeff Nichols or anything taking over or doing this other one, but I just think Krasinski, this has been his idea from the jump, and he's just done a masterful job with handling it. Me and my girlfriend just recently watched a YouTube breakdown video of him like showing how he shot certain scenes, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. I mean, honestly, if I watched any filmmaker breakdown scenes, I'd probably be like, wow, like in shock and awe, because like I don't know that business, but I love watching movies, and seeing any behind the scenes normally like is exciting for me. But so I'm not exactly thrilled to hear that Krasinski's not going to be really a part of this one, but I am excited the world's continuing to grow, and I'm hoping that there will be a proper part 3 at some point with Krasinski back. But I mean, there's a lot of story to tell in this world. They could do a whole other, set of people or a different family and do what they want with that. But Thomas, did you ever see the first one? You never saw the second one, I know, or you haven't seen it yet. Did you ever see the first one? Do you care about this at all?
I will when I see them. Like, right. I'm not seeing the first one. I know it's on Hulu. Like, this is why the news is a breeze this week, dude. I it's all news that I've got nothing tied to. So how long will it go? You're asking for the show. Cruella 2 is in the works. But like, what's next? Also, Disney, hire me. Look at this beautiful, like, mathematical version of a sequel. Beautiful.
Yeah. If they, I think it'd be kind of cool if they call it 101 Dalmatians. But anyway, even though,
listen, I haven't seen the movie yet.
Okay, I was gonna take it a step further. Never mind.
Thank you. Spoilers, bitch.
So the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that, reading straight from the report, As Cruella heads into its second weekend, The Hollywood Reporter has learned the studio behind the Emma Stone starred, Emma Stone star. That's a star. I've never seen that written. I'm gonna copy that. Is in early development on a sequel. Cruella director Craig Gillespie and writer. Sorry, I can't say names. Obviously, Tony
McNamara and Craig Gillespie. Gillespie. There it is.
Perfect. Those fine folks that made Cruella 1.
They're amazing, I think.
Are expected to return for a sequel to the film that stars Stone as a fan favorite 101 Dalmatians villainess Cruella de Vil. So basically, guys, Emma Stone, the creative team, they are back. They're working on a Cruella 2, which to me is very unsurprising. This might be the most successful, I think, creatively that they've done with one of these live action remakes, because they took the character and they went a unique way with it. This prequel idea, they gave her it's not a whole new story, but they took the fiction of Cruella and did their own spin on it. And Emma Stone's perfect in the role. It lends itself to a sequel. I could totally see it happening. It's doing well. It's outperforming projections. It's doing well on Disney Plus. Well enough, I suppose. But anyway, I really enjoyed this movie more than I thought I was going to. I thought it might be a little long, but other than that, I thought it was a really fun time and well made. I love the actors. Emma Stone is awesome, and I could see where they would want to keep that team together and keep going and telling the story. Thomas, have you seen Cruella yet? And what are your thoughts on a sequel happening?
I have not seen it yet. I am scheduled to see it Friday.
Cool.
At some point after noon, I think. I'm excited that it's getting a sequel. It does excite me. My original question at the bottom of this graphic was supposed to be, will all the hype kill my first viewing? But it really didn't fit into that small of a space.
No, I don't think
so. I've heard such good things that now it's like my expectations for it weren't high. So I would have enjoyed it and been surprised and like to see, okay, it's great to see it getting blah, blah, blah. But now it's like, well, it's obviously pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
I think you'll like it, Thomas. I think what I would say to you if you're going to go watch it on Friday is I do think it runs a little long. And I think you will at that moment like I did where it's like, is this movie going to end right now? And then it goes on for 30 more minutes. But honestly, I think the pace of it is actually really good and the performances are great. And once you get in Cruella and Emma Stone's little tiny family, there's really magic happening there, and it's a really fun time. I think it's a movie that's pretty long and could have ended at a certain spot, in my opinion, but tells a story really well, and it moves. I don't think I would say still temper expectations because you never really know, but I think you'll enjoy it for sure. It's a fun time. It's just a fun time.
I enjoy fun times. That's why we do this show, man. David. Finally, a news story I care about.
Yes.
Super Pets cast is stacked, and I definitely loaded the wrong graphic. That's annoying to my eyeballs, but who cares? I will tell you who cares. Thomas cares. Why does Thomas cares? This is why. They hit us with a video. I was really hoping he'd talk.
That's supposed to be The Rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hilarious. This is
Look at that. Looks like The Rock.
Deal.
Ace is Batman's dog. The big Great Dane. Kate McKinnon, John Krasinski, Vanessa Bayer, Natasha Leone, Diego Luna, and Keanu Reeves, dude. May 20th, 2022. David, do you care?
The cast has me intrigued. Before that, absolutely not. Is this... Wait, it said releasing... Was that an HBO thing? Or was it just... Is it in theaters?
Unclear, as far as I can tell.
2022.
And you know what? I like that. It's basically just under a year away.
it's so funny to me with these movies where you see that, especially with animated films, like the cast can get stacked. I feel like so quickly. I guess just because it doesn't take as much effort and then like stacking a live action movie, and you can just hop into a studio for a few days and knock out your lines.
Yes, sir.
But it's cool to see all these big names in a film, and I think that's what this movie needed to do to get people's attention. I mean, I'd really, if it wasn't for the cast, I would have no interest in this. But the cast certainly has me intrigued. Thomas, why are you excited for this?
I'm excited because I like dogs, man. It's very, very simple. Very simple. I like dogs. And I like other pets. So if we get some kind of turtle, I'm going to fucking lose it, dude. Or an otter. Or a shark. Like, what if they all are getting together? Shark? Dude, what if Keanu Reeves plays like King Shark? Which I don't want. But like, he'd be like,
aren't they all pet animals though? Won't it be like cats and dogs and like hamster?
Yeah, but who would they fight? Like, who would they go against? Like another villain's dog? Why don't they just? Yeah. Why don't they just fight King Shark? That doesn't even make sense. That's why I would do it. The less you do, the more you do.
I'm excited. Wasn't The Rock and Kevin Hart in some other movie together?
A bunch of movies together, like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Central Intelligence. There's one more. They've had 4 movies together, and I don't remember something like that.
I like their chemistry in Central Intelligence. I hope we maybe get some of that. It's voice acting, but I hope we get some of that back here. I was gonna say I'm most curious to see what the release of this is. Is it HBO Max exclusively? Is it just in theaters? It seems like something that they would put on HBO Max right now to build up that streaming service, as we're seeing with a lot of other companies too. Media companies with these streaming services are trying to pump out this, star-led content that maybe you wouldn't have seen with traditional networks and film, but now we're getting an iCarly revival, on Paramount Plus and things like that, where they're trying to put, stuff up their streaming services. So, yeah, I'm curious.
It is apparently set to hit theaters on May 20th, 2022, according to the Direct.
Wow. Okay, so pretty soon. Or not, like less than a year away.
Yes.
Cool.
We said that.
I know.
I don't know. Did we? What's going on? We said the date. David, it says we have no main topic, but do we want to prep for Loki in the morning?
Okay. Let's just here. This is how we'll handle this little Loki topic. The reviews so far are amazing. Julia, I hope, is watching. She's seen it. Her review is great. I'm excited to hear her thoughts on the show later when she comes on in a couple weeks. Really, all the reviews have been great. My expectations are through the roof. I can't wait to watch Avengers tonight and see that Hiddleston performance from 2012 again and kind of get back in that mindset of this is the Loki. What I am most excited about from what I've heard from the first impressions, and I think the review embargo dropped today, so now full non-spoiler reviews are up. It's just everyone seems to agree that this show will have major MCU implications, more so than WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier is stuff I've read, which is super fascinating to me. And I just want to know more. I really cannot wait. I think this might be my most excited I've been for a premiere. I think just because of the overwhelming positive reviews and the fact that I feel like we jump right into it, unlike WandaVision. And it's going to be unexpected, unlike Falcon the Winter Soldier. So it's kind of got both things working for it, where it's it's 6 episodes, and it's not like WandaVision where you have to warm up into it and it's this crazy mystery. We get it. We're in, but there's still that crazy amount of intrigue, and you don't know which way we're going. And it's going to be we're not going to be able to guess episode how this is going to play out. And really, the excitement level is growing. I'm probably watching it tomorrow around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I'll be off Twitter until then in the morning, but I can't wait to hop back on the internet after I watch it and talk to everyone about it. Thomas, what are your thoughts on Loki tomorrow? It's here. We got a 6-week ride ahead of us. There's a Black Widow in the middle of there too. Can't wait.
I cannot wait to be burdened with glorious purpose as we embark on celebrating the greatest day of them all, Thor's Day. Just kidding. Loki's Day. Because let's be real, hump days are dead. Mike, dead. Wednesdays, dead. David is giving the thumbs up for our voice listeners.
Our
audio podcast listeners, you son of a bitch. In case you couldn't see, he was talking about Julia Delbell's tweets reviewing.
I was communicating
Loki.
with Julia, yes.
And the audience as well, technically. But I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. I watched a clip today, and like I said in my tweet, I didn't learn shit, and that made me very happy. And then I saw another trailer, and I was like, well, maybe I'll watch a little bit of this, and it literally was the next 5 seconds, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is why I don't watch trailers. So
yeah.
It was so funny that it lined up. Like the first thing I saw was the very next thing from that clip, and I was like, blah,
yeah.
But cannot wait. I watched Dark World today, and as Julia was saying, it's very low. It's kind of Loki's movie in a way. Like Thor doesn't have an emotional journey at all, which is my issue with him in this movie. Which is why I'm not a fan of the Dark World. I'm sorry, Liam Crowley. I will die on this hill that Thor has nothing going on emotionally. It's like, oh no, my mother's dead. I'm angry. And then it's like, oh no, Jane is doing Jane stuff. Anyways, I'm not going to dive deep. I love the movie. I do. I just get frustrated when it comes to the character that I obviously love the most. It makes me very upset. They showed some of his intelligence, which was nice. They showed some of his great comedy, and I really wish the scene where he shows up and he's talking to Jane. He's like, I don't know how we got onto a Thor tangent, but we did. He's looking at Jane, and he's like, I know. And she's like, you do? And he's like, do what? And she's like, what? And then there's this big romantic music playing, and I'm like, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Cut out the score right there and just let it play for what it is. It's just two people lost in each other's eyes, and they're like, what are we talking about, man?
Yeah.
But Loki, back to the fucking plot. I'm sorry, we went to Tangent Town. We went to Thorgent Town.
I was going to take it further. Wait, hold on.
Let's go further. Let's go further.
I was going to say it's funny hearing back in Dark World how Loki or Thor doesn't have like an emotional beat in the movie or like journey, because since then he's had one of the most emotional journeys. And even in Endgame, I feel like it retroactively helps because he has that moment again with his mother, and it's like, and she knows it's not him, and it's just like such a great moment. Maybe tonight when I'm watching the Loki scene, I'll go check out that one too, and during Endgame, just because I want to watch it. But yeah, I think, and okay, deeper down the tangent town.
All right.
Today I was writing a story about Taika Waititi had an interview with some outlet. I forget.
I saw that. I almost put all of that in the notes.
Oh yeah, and he said I wrote about the Star Wars quote he had where he talked about how he has no idea basically when he's starting to work on his Star Wars movie after he wraps Thor. He doesn't know because he says he's got a lot of he's all over the place. He's got a lot of different things to work on. He doesn't know exactly when he's going to start with that. But part of it was he said in one of the quotes in there, he said that it was talking about a possible like Thor 5 with Waititi at the helm, and it was like, we've thrown everything in this, like when it comes to like craziness and gags and things like that. And it was up for, he left it up for possibility, like maybe it'll happen, but it just makes me so excited in Ragnarok or in Love and Thunder that we're going to get all of this, and who knows who will appear, and like Matt Damon and all this stuff. But
yeah, and Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, it's going to be something. It's going to be something.
Here's what I need. I really need this. I need I need Matt Damon as Loki interacting with Loki.
Yeah.
Just I don't even I don't care if it's a flashback. I need that. Just because it's like, oh, so you're still playing me. It's like, well, they pay well.
I mean,
Like,
if you think about it,
think of the jokes.
I know in Ragnarok, we could have had that scene when he was like casting his little play because it was Thor that was putting this whole thing on. So I'm sure he like handpicked them and everything. But yeah, I mean, I think like I hope these. What's funny too is that what's great about the MCU is that a Loki show and a Thor movie are not directly related.
Which is awesome. I somehow love it.
And it's like, are they going to be at all related? Like, is there going to be any kind of like relation? And who knows? But I think it's really cool. We're in a place where Tom Hiddleston's Loki can own his own show, maybe get a second season, maybe do all these things and be a pivotal part of the MCU. And he's completely unreliant on Thor or the new Thor movie or anything like that. So back on Loki, Thomas, any more thoughts on the actual show coming out tomorrow?
Before we do that, Tom confirmed he's not in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's coming from Julia. And all I'm saying is Lady Loki or bust. 100%. I want it because it happened in the comics. Do I want it to literally be stealing Sif's body? No. I want Sif to come back as well. Damn it. Genuinely, some of the best parts of Thor the Dark World are Loki. And why I'm super stoked that I watched that version. I watched that movie and not, say, Avengers and all that other stuff beforehand. Is I've seen Avengers so much. I know his mentality. I quote that movie all the time. I mean, I was just quoting it to myself the other day because I got bored for 5 minutes. The Thor and Loki scene, the Loki and Fury scene. The soldier. I'm not out of time. I'm not the one who's out of time. You are Loki, drop the scepter, blah, 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 blah. All that. Literally just went through the whole thing. Did all that because I know that version of the character. So I basically just watched the what if version outside of that Loki show. So now I went down the what if pattern of what if he didn't get this fancy luck of busting out with the Tesseract.
Yeah. What's up?
I don't know, Julia. Is it a spoiler?
Yeah, I said that. I said I think she's in it. I didn't know if you heard me, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just leave that up in the air to float around in space. Anyway, the more you know.
I've been trying to avoid it. Damn it, Russell Crowe. Telling everyone he's Zeus. Like, come on, man.
Russell Crowe. Yeah.
I'm so pumped for Loki because Tom Hiddleston is amazing in if you want to know what really made me fall in love with him as an actor, go watch The Night Manager. It's him and Hugh Laurie, the guy who played House. Dude, that show. Oh, and guess what? By the way, Elizabeth Debicki is in that. She's like the main female lead. She's the lead actress of the movie. Dude, or the miniseries, excuse me, which is why when they announced Loki, I was like, that's perfect. Because when I watched The Night Manager, that was the first time I watched like an 8-hour movie. And it was like, it's a miniseries. It's only 8 episodes. And I'm like, cool. Like it ended. And I was like, that was a complete story. Well, interesting. So if they do that with Loki and then they give us another complete story and they just utilize the time variance authority, which this is, here we go. Predictions, David, like big picture predictions. Big predictions picture. No, stupid. I shouldn't have word. Just Deadpool. Just Deadpool. I think that season 1 will be its own contained story, but I have a feeling that because there's going to be a season 2, I think it'll come down to the point where Loki gets to choose what he wants to do, and he chooses to join the Time Variance Authority consistently. Well, maybe not consistently, but he joins. You know what I'm saying? He officially straight up joins them.
Yeah, he's a part of the TVA.
He joins the team was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, exactly.
So just from the clip today, when he says he looks at the TVA and he's like, listen, it's been a very long day, and I've kind of had my fill of costume people in dumb costumes telling me what to do. So if you don't mind, it's your last time to get out of my way. And it's like, yes, please. So I'm hype. You're hype. The dog's hype. Really quick, there's a great comment that I had to scroll back to from Terry McIver. I wonder if Keanu is playing John Wick's new dog. You sick son of a... Yes, obviously he is.
Yeah, that is ironic in being a dog, maybe.
I know, right? I'm really hoping he is, but we'll see what he is. David, where can everyone find you on the social media?
Yeah, you guys can find me at my name, David Thompson, on Facebook, at David J. Thompson on TikTok and Instagram, and at David Thompson with 2 A's in the David on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter, guys. That's where I'm most active. That's where I like to talk about these things the most with all of you. So, yes, go follow me there. Thomas, what about you?
You can find all of my social media links, including links to this show, at linktree.com/TCRochesterACT. That is TCRochesterACT. You'll find my Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, maybe my TikTok. I don't remember. As well as, straight up getting to go to our shop. David, do you have anything to promote for this upcoming week?
Nothing much really. Go check out all of the work over at thedirect.com, over at the Diz Insider. Check out my stuff there. But we got E3 coming up this week, so I know at the Direct we'll be covering some of that going on. Looking forward to that. Obviously, check out everything as it relates to Loki over there. I think us at the Direct, we got a lot cooking for y'all, so go check that out. I'm excited about all that, and go check out all my work and everything. And we'll be back in 2 days, so I'm plugging this show.
Yes,
we're gonna be right back here, ladies and gentlemen, 2 days from now with Richard the Machine Nebbins, which we'll talk about why he's the Machine next episode if you guys don't know.
Obviously that great beard.
Obviously, yeah, Rich is the best, and he'll be on to talk about episode 1 with us, which is gonna be awesome. It'll be our first experience. I can't wait for that. I can't believe that we're doing 2 shows this week. I think this is the closest we've ever had 2 shows together.
Yeah, it is, and I'm super excited. And while we're here and we're still promoting, we talked about who's going to be on here on Monday. It is going to be writer. He's an author. He's written for some Star Wars role-playing games, some Marvel role-playing games, and he's also a professor. And he teaches comics in academia. He will be on.
So cool.
So cool. Literally the dream, right? That's what hooked me. It was, studying comics in college? Where the frack was that when I was in college, man? T. Rob Brown will be joining us Monday, June 14th at 5:30 p. Excuse me, I do this so wrong. 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. And then next Thursday, we'll be on again. Another super short week next week. We're going to have Loki special number 2 with Julia Del Bell. I don't know if she has a nickname, and if she doesn't, we're going to make a nickname. I'm going to pull out my inner Sawyer from Lost and just start coming up with great nicknames. She will be joining us June 17th, 6 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Wrong. Oh my God, I'm so wrong. 6 Eastern, 5 Central. And she'll also be joining us the week after. And it'll be, finally we'll have someone on the show who will have just watched the newest episode at the same time, essentially, we have, and not weeks prior, like both Richard and Julia have. That's awesome. David, you'll be there soon. Look at this beautiful face. We have 6 eyes right now, man. Or no, I didn't do math. I did. I don't know. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's a show. We had a great interview with Elesia Marie. Please don't forget to go follow all those things. Hit the ZOMBEEZ.com. all that stuff. I'm searching through all my notes to find my script. I'm sorry, everyone. As always, there could be no show without the Clark Kent doppelganger to my right, world famous journalist David Thompson, bringing the news and spicy webs. Thank you to Terry McIver for his hard work behind the scenes with the guests, socials, and research, without whom literally this show would be most bush league. It would be terrible. Thank you to the HWWS Web TV family for supporting us and carrying us on the network. Most importantly, thank you to our fans that join us weekly, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube,
or listening via Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or Spreaker.
We appreciate you spending your time with us.
Like, follow, subscribe, drop us a comment, leave a review, give us 5 stars. If you're feeling generous, we really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining episode 59 of Light Thunder Action. We have said goodbye before, so it stands to reason.
We'll say hello again. I wonder if in Loki there'll be another quote like this that we could replace it with. That'd be exciting.
Okay. Well,
my brother.
You know what? I remember that. I remember this time. When he transformed himself into a snake, and because he knows I love snakes, I went to pick up the snake and the snake, and he switched himself back, and he goes, "Blah! It's me!" And he stabs me. We wait. Really quick. Actually, I think Julia might have our new outro. Time does pass differently in the TVA, so whether it's now, whether it's later, just remember, time works differently here. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Hello, I'm Thor, son of Dale, here to tell you about the Life of Thor Productions official shop, the only place where you can get your official merchandise for the LightsThunderAction podcast and Life of Thor's Thor Watches series. Whether you want t-shirts, tanks, hoodies, mugs, and masks, Life of Thor Productions official shop has you covered. If you happen to recognize there's an item that you would like to buy that is not in the official shop, head over to the LightsThunderAction podcast or Life of Thor and request that item, because if you want it, we'll sell it. Just head to lotproductions.threadless.com/collections to get the item that calls out to you via the Force. Again, that is lotproductions.threadless.com/collections. Thank you and have a Thortastic day.